Brian Daboll Coach of the Year candidate? Absolutely. He has to be right up there.
I think what Brian Daboll has instilled in this football team, which granted it's not the most talented roster out there.
Oh,
There is talent on this football team, don't get me wrong.
right.
But their linebackers are weak. Fabian Moreau was signed off the street to be our number 2 corner. We cut James Bradbury, Logan Ryan, and Blake Martinez all in the offseason, so our defense got worse. But it's gotten better. It makes no sense, but it makes complete sense because the scheme is better. As much as we love Patrick Graham, I like Wink Martindale more. I'll be honest. We blitz 43% of the time. That's 7% more than any other team in the NFL. The Giants live and die by the blitz, and it's showing. Kayvon Thibodeau is playing great. You get the most out of Daniel Jones, putting him in situations to be successful. Saquon Barkley finally looks like the running back he once was again. These practice squad wide receivers are making plays. Even though they may not be coming up in the stat sheet, the block that David Sills threw on that Wan'Dale Robinson touchdown, Marcus Johnston being a speedster down the field, was finally signed to the Giants 53-man yesterday. These guys that you've never heard of before are making plays. What about Tanner Hudson? All these guys, Johnny, I don't know what it is. The coach Daboll effect is in serious form. The Giants are 5-1. They're way ahead of schedule. I still think this is a rebuilding year because it is. But we're 5-1. Brian Daboll 100% deserves Coach of the Year. Now, people will argue Nick Sirianni, which I get. He's 6-0. But the Eagles were expected to be good this year. The Giants were not. And that's why I'm giving Daboll the edge over Nick Sirianni, who, by the way, would be my runner-up to Coach Daboll right now.
Yeah, or I would even go with Kevin O'Connell there in
True.
Minnesota. I think when you look at them as well, but because it's really a trickle-down effect with Daboll here. It's with the players, it's with the other coaches, with Martindale, with Kafka. I mean, it's really falling with everybody. I mean, Wink Martindale was such the perfect guy on defense for the Giants too,
Yeah.
and I mean, think about it again. The Giants, the secondary is not the greatest in the world. The defense is still not fully there, and yet they're limiting teams like Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to 20 points, to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers to 22 points. It's it's got to be well known up there. Even against the Titans on the first week, they completely pretty much shut them down in the second half. It's gotta give Daboll a ton of credit here, and I like the fact that I know there's been a lot of rumors out, with DJ Moore there and Carolina possibly being out there, and everybody's saying the Giants should go get him. You know what, folks? You have to understand, this is still Tom said it. It's still a rebuild mode. I would not be making any adjustments right now to this team. I'd keep them the way they are and write out the string, because you know what? There may be a reality check at some point this year, but you got to write out the string with what you have right now. And yes, you may have a favorable schedule, but look, they're doing what needs to be done.
This team might be going to the playoffs because of Brian Daboll.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, no one started out this well since Dan Reeves did for the Giants in 1993 at 5-1. Hell, Jim Fossil won head coach of the year in 1997 when they went 10-5-1. So that just goes to show you right there. I think Brian Daboll deserves the coach of the year.
And think about it, some defensive rankings for the Giants. They're first in fumble takeaways with 7. They were tied for second in opposing rushes and completions per game. They're fourth in opposing third down conversion. I mean, think about it. The Giants, the third downs, they could not get off the field in years past. Now they're getting off the field. And you know what? I don't care how great your defense is. If you can't get off the field, it's going to get exposed. So That's crucial. They're fifth in opposing red zone touchdown percentage. They're fifth in opposing time of possession. They're tied for 7th in points allowed per game, and they're tied for 8th in the 2-minute defense with 3 points allowed in the 2-minute defense.
You're gonna have to send me some of those stats, man, because those are some fun stats to log in, though.
Absolutely. You know what? I know our buddy Hank and Victor likes to use some Hank fun facts. I'm borrowing some fun facts for the show here today.
Yeah, you're gonna have to one up them tomorrow on Big Blue Avenue.
Yeah,
but
I got a lot of shoes. I got some big shoes to fill there, folks. So stay tuned for that. But I mean, we need something to smile about. I mean, I'm thrilled that as a Giant fan that it's late October and we're playing relevant football. I thought this year was going to be relevant in so many different ways, and now you add the fact that you've got a 5-1 team here. I think going into a very favorable spot next week. But look, just the way we're playing right now, I mean,
incredible.
Can't ask for anything more.
Incredible.